Yo, yo, yo. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can launch your own digital business and build income online. That's what we're doing here. Okay. You're going to learn how to become an entrepreneur because there's basically, when it comes to making money, there's basically two ways to make, to earn income, right? There's basically two ways to earn income. Like, this is just how it is. Like, you can be an employee, which means you're working for other people and then you're building other people's businesses. That's what employees do. Like, think about what you do for work. You're building someone's business. Okay. That's what you're doing. Like, I teach English and I'm building, like, when I teach, whatever job I had, I was building someone else's business. Like, when I was working at a restaurant, when I was a waiter, I was building someone else's business, their restaurant business. Okay. So if you're working for somebody, you're building their business and you're making other people wealthy. That's what business owners, that's what employees do. Okay. Or you can be an entrepreneur, or you can be both. Okay. So today, this is for people, this business is really just for, like, everyday normal people. That's what I do. I just help everyday people build online businesses, profitable online businesses around their schedule. Okay. This isn't for people that are already, like, entrepreneurs necessarily. You can be an entrepreneur and you just want more income streams, right? That's cool. Or maybe you're building a business right now. See, what I do is I resell educational programs, digital programs, educational programs in the e-learning industry. Okay. And these programs, they teach you everything about how to build an online business. These programs teach you how everything you need to know about digital marketing, and they teach you how to build multiple streams of income. Okay. So we have three types of buyers for these programs. Who buys these programs? Business owners who want to attract more customers. They buy our programs. Okay. The second type of buyer is people, they just want to learn how to build multiple streams of income in a variety of ways. That's the second type of buyer. And the third type of buyer is someone, they want to buy this program just so they can resell the programs and build their own business with a done for you digital business. Okay. So that's the three types of buyers that we have for these programs. Now, when I purchased one of these programs originally, I already had an online business. I just wanted to see the digital marketing training that they had, that these programs offered. Okay. That's why I purchased one of these programs originally. I had an online business that was actually similar to this business. It was very similar, but it wasn't as good. But I switched to this business. I ditched my old business, even though with my old business, I invested $1,000 into that business. Okay. I invested $1,000 to start my old business, but I don't even promote it anymore. Why did I leave that business to go into this business? Because this business is just better. The quality of the business, everything, like the training, the community, the products, everything is just better here. Okay. That's why I left my old business to do this business. Now, some of you are afraid to invest in a business for whatever reason, but, like, I've invested in so many businesses, like at least seven different businesses I've invested in. Okay. And I didn't make any money in any of those businesses, but I never stopped. See, some people will quit or they won't even try. But I invested money in these businesses, but I didn't, like, even though I didn't make any money, I never quit, because quitters never win and winners never quit. Okay. But I discovered this business last year in 2024, and I've made multiple five figures so far, thousands of dollars. So did you know this? Like, 60% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. 60 to 70% of people are living paycheck to paycheck. Like 50%, like it's like 50% of people don't even have like $400, like an extra $400 around for like emergencies, right? That's crazy. And 80% of people don't like their jobs. And financial stress, if you haven't noticed, it's probably the most stressful thing. It's one of the most stressful things, guys, in life. Because I've done my research about this. I'm a researcher. I do a lot of research about stuff. Like, I'm a very, like, scientific kind of minded guy. I like to research things. Okay. So financial stress, health, and relationships, family, these are the most stressful things that people deal with. Okay. And you know what's interesting about that? You know what the most popular industries are? The most profitable popular industries? It's the health industry, it's the wealth industry, okay? And it's the relationship industry. So that's not really a coincidence, guys. Why are those industries so popular? Because those are the three biggest problems that people deal with, right? I was like, when I realized that, I kind of put the pieces together. Okay. So I'm inside of the wealth industry. Like, I teach people how to make money online with digital marketing. And digital marketing, you know how long digital marketing has been around for? People don't realize this, because this whole, like, I don't know if you noticed, but digital marketing has been like a little catchphrase recently. People are talking about digital marketing all the time. But digital marketing it was created in 1978, guys, before the internet was even launched to the public. Okay, this blew my mind. I researched this yesterday, and then I created a YouTube video about it. Back in 1978, guys, there was internet, but there was like behind the scenes internet that only like the government and like different colleges and researchers used. Okay, so they had this like little computer to computer internet thing going on, and somebody and email marketing was created in 1971. Okay, so they had this little like really primitive email marketing system that they used. Okay, so the first person that ever used email marketing to get a sale was in 1978. He was selling his computer stuff, so he sent it to all these like nerd researchers and government people, right? Right, so he sent this email to people selling his computers. He made $13 million, guys. You can research it, but it was the first ever spam email too, because it was like an unsolicited email, like unsolicited. So he made $13 million, guys. That was 1978. That's when digital marketing was actually created. People are acting like digital marketing is new. Not new, guys. And then in the 90s, that's when the internet launched in the public. And that's when it started to really pick up momentum, right? And then Google came out in 1998. And and there you go. And then digital marketing was going on during that time. And then social media launched in the early 2000s. And then it took off even more. But digital marketing has been around originally in the 70s, and then it started to grow in the 90s. Okay. Why do I tell you that? Because it's been around for a while, guys. And it's a great opportunity. It's like the best way to make money because you can do it around your schedule. See, one email, guys, back in 1978, one email made somebody $13 million. Okay. Guess what? Email marketing still exists, and you can do it. I do email marketing. And if you're not doing email marketing, well, just go here, guys, sevenfiguremonk.com. Check it out. This is a business in a box. Okay. You're going to learn how to build your own online business. Even if you have zero experience, you're going to learn how to do email marketing. Okay. You're going to learn how to become an entrepreneur. That's what you're going to be learning. Because right now, are you an entrepreneur? Like, do you have a business? Like, drop a one if you have a business, drop a two if you don't. Okay. Because maybe you have a business, but maybe your business is struggling. Maybe you're not getting enough customers. So we teach you how to attract customers. That's what we teach, guys. We teach digital marketing inside of our community. Like the main trainings that we teach is about how to attract customers. That's pretty much what we talk about most of the time. And then we have mindset. Mindset, that's really important, guys. It's mindset and how to attract customers. Like if you're going to build a business, these are the two most important things you need to learn, right? Because if you don't have a good mindset, you're going to quit. That's what's going to happen. You're just going to quit. And if you don't know how to attract customers, you're not going to make any money because you have no customers. Okay, so that's what we teach. So, like, whether you're a business owner or not, you have to ask yourself, if you're a business owner, do you have enough customers in your business? Because we teach you how to do that. But if you're not a business owner, you can launch your own digital business today. You can get your business launched today, 1 to 2 days. It just depends on you, really. Because I set my business up in a few hours. And I don't have any tech skills, guys. My background, I just grew up. I didn't learn anything about sales. I didn't learn about marketing. When I was 18, I joined the Marines. Okay. I joined the Marines when I was 18, right? I don't even remember why. I was thinking about this yesterday about my like when I was in the Marines, because I was only in the Marines for like 6 months. Like I went through boot camp, and then I went through combat training, and then I failed the drug test. That's what happened. Okay. But so I was in the Marines, and then I left the Marines, and then I got married, and then I got divorced, and then I became a monk. Okay. That's why I'm known as a seven-figure monk, guys. So then I was a monk for 10 years, right? So I don't have any digital marketing experience. I don't have any sales and marketing experience. And then I worked a bunch of crappy jobs. Before I became a monk, I just worked a bunch of crappy jobs. Like I did landscaping. Okay, no offense if you do any of these jobs, but I did landscaping. I did and I was working at restaurants a lot. I was a waiter, I was a bartender, I worked at hotels. Okay. So I didn't like grow up learning. My point is, I didn't grow up learning about sales and marketing. That's not what I grew up learning about. Right. But yet I have my own online digital business and I made multiple five figures doing this. Okay. So you don't need experience, guys. You just got to get started, right? You just got to get started and follow the steps. What are the steps? You got to set up your business, right? You got to set up your business. Okay. You can set up your business in 1 to 2 days. And then after your business is set up, you're just following this 2 hour workday. So what do you got to do to build your business? Very simple, guys. You just got to post content on social media. That's it. Post content. Okay. That's what we teach. 3 pieces of content a day, minimum. Talking videos, faceless videos, 7-second videos with words on the screen. That's the stuff you got to do. That's all I do every day. I just create little talking videos. And then you can also create long form videos. Like I'm on YouTube as well. Like I create long form videos on YouTube. All I do is share my screen, I show people what I'm doing, I talk about the business, and then if somebody's interested, they join the business. If they're not, they don't even watch the video, right? It's that simple, guys. You're just sharing your business and you're sharing your story. Like I told you, I was a monk. I used to be a Marine. I was a Marine for like 6 months. I was married for like 6 months. I guess that's how I do things. But I've been building this business longer than 6 months. Okay. So, you know, so you got to talk about your story, whether you like your story or not, guys. Your story is your story. Maybe you think your story sucks. Maybe you've just like, you don't have an interesting story. I mean, I have kind of an interesting story, but it doesn't matter, guys. Your story is your story. And you got to share your story with people. Like some people, their story is like they're stay-at-home moms. They're stay-at-home moms. That's their story. Or they're a dad. They're overworked. They're underpaid. That's their story. Whatever your story is, you got to share your story with people because people do business with those that they know, like, and trust. You don't have to have some like super fabulous, fantastic story, right? You don't have to like, it doesn't have to be like unbelievable story because it just has to be your story because you got to relate to people. You just got to share your story, right? And then you share your business. That's it. You share your life, you share your story, you share your business. My friend and mentor, Michelle, she's made $10 million, guys, in 3 years with digital marketing. And she posts stories on social media all the time. And she just shows like behind the scenes. She just shows herself hanging out with her family and stuff like that. Okay. But she's made $10 million, guys. Success leaves clues, right? To be successful and like to be a successful entrepreneur, it's not about like being like pitchy and spammy and trying to like sell people. It's just about being relatable, right? Look at Alex Hormozy. He's made millions and millions of dollars. And when I look at his stories, it's the same thing. He just shows like his behind the scenes life of him like at his office or him eating or him whatever. Right. It's just about being relatable to people and just being real, which is kind of hard for some people. It's kind of hard, right? Because we're afraid of criticism. We don't want people to be like, oh man, I don't want to share my life with people. Because we're like, maybe we're self-conscious. Maybe we think people are going to judge us, right? We don't want to like show behind the scenes. We don't want to show people what we're doing. Okay. But you got to get over that, guys. If you want to build an online business, all you got to do is really just be yourself. But it's hard for people to be themselves because they're just afraid that people are going to criticize them. What if they say something about my face? What if they don't like what I do? What if they make fun of me? So what? You got to get over that. You got to get over that, guys. The people are going to make fun of you no matter what. Whether you do, like, no matter what, guys, people are always going to talk crap about you. Somebody's going to like you, somebody's not going to like you. Just like you like some people, you don't like some people. That's just like there's always going to be somebody that says something about you behind your back, guys. I can guarantee it. I know some people say stuff about me behind my back. I know it. That's just human nature, guys. Right? So you can't worry about other people's opinions because other people's opinions aren't going to pay your bills. You just gotta like, you just gotta be bold, man. Start a business. Like I start a business, I post content, I go live. It's bold to go live like this. It's bold to just stand up in front of you guys, vulnerable, right? It's bold, but fortune favors the bold. Like I told you, I was a Marine. I got kicked out of the Marines. I failed the drug test. I got divorced. I became a monk, right? That's my story. Then I was working for a company. I was working for a company, and then my company cut my pay in half, and it sucked. And I was stressed out. And I didn't know what I was going to do, but I knew like I had to figure out how to make money online because I dabble. I've done online marketing for many years, guys, many years, but I failed miserably at it. I failed miserably. Check out my business page. That's called spam, and you shouldn't do that. It's amateur hour. Okay, guys, don't do that. Let me educate you a little bit because I've done online marketing for a while. Spam. It's when you just like you jump on people's posts. It's just unwanted. You're like unwanted. You're like promoting your business without anybody asking you to promote their business, like your business, like spam emails. Okay, when people send you emails but you didn't ask for those emails, that's spam. Or if people like go on your post and they start promoting your business, their business, that's spam. Or if people jump on your lives, like if I jump on somebody's live and start promoting my business, that's spam. Don't do that. It's actually technically illegal. Certain things are like illegal, like spam emails. You're not allowed to do that. That's illegal, right? Like go to my website, sevenfiguremonk.com. Now, if you go to my website and you put your email in, oh, Christina, where's Christina? I didn't see you. Christina, like if you go to my website and you put your email in, then that's not spam because you put your email in. Okay. You requested the information. But if I sent you an email without your permission, that's called spam, guys, and you can't do that. Where's Christina? Christina, I don't see you. Where are you? Actually, guys, this is crazy. Like one of my high school friends, okay? Like these are my high school friends that I used to party with all the time. And one of my friends was like always in his office, okay, doing stuff. Like, what are you doing, man? Like meanwhile we're partying. But later I found out, like I kind of Googled his name one day to see where he was up to because somebody told me he was like really rich. And apparently he's like one of the top spammers in the world. He went to court, he had to pay all these heavy fines because he was one of the top spammers in the world. Do 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 do. That's okay, man. No thanks. Okay. So, anyways, he became like one of the spam kings in America, guys, because back in the '90s, like the email was like it was a new thing, and he was sitting in his office. He sent out like millions and millions of emails to people. That's somebody I knew, guys. He was like the spam king. Okay, I looked up his name and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Okay, so this whole email marketing stuff has been around forever, right? You're just not aware of it. So you don't want to spam people because it's not cool. Like, that's my point. So my friend was a spam king. He's still rich. He had to pay all his fines, and the government's like, okay, we'll let you off. But he's a smart guy because like while we were partying, he's out there like spamming millions of emails to people, and he made a bunch of money, and then he had to pay all these fines. Crazy, huh? Right? I'm just giving you some education, right? Just like recently, Christina, where are you? I don't see you. Like recently, guys, I discovered that digital marketing was invented like the first email that was ever sent out was in 1978. Okay, 1978, guys. Right? You're like, what? The internet wasn't public till the 90s. Yeah, but before the internet was public, it was like the government and like certain no, it wasn't 2025. No, Diddy, it wasn't. See, that's the problem with the internet. People can come on and act like they're like authorities of things when they're not. Like, yeah, okay, Diddy, bye, Diddy. Go to your Diddy party or something. Okay, so the first email was sent out in 1978, right? Because it was very like primitive. They had like computer networks. Okay, they had like it was like computer to computer. Okay, it's not like it is now. It was like a screen with like words. It was just like very primitive. Okay, but the first email, you can look it up. It was sent out in 1978. I just discovered this yesterday. I love it. It's really interesting. So this guy sent an email out to a bunch of these research people selling his computer stuff, and he ended up apparently making like $13 million, guys, from that one email. Okay, but it was a spam email because it wasn't requested. Okay, it was like nobody asked for it, but he still made $13 million. My point is, that's the power of email marketing. One email, guys, one email that like, if you have a big email list and you have offers that you're promoting inside of your email list, you can make thousands and millions of dollars, guys. Thousands of millions of dollars. Okay. That's why it's important to build an email list, right? That's what we teach you how to do. You can have, let's say you have a huge email list of like 10,000 people. All you got to do is send out one email. That one email goes to your whole list. You're promoting your offer. I'm talking about legitimate. I'm not talking about like legitimate offer. Okay. And that's how you can make like bank, guys, like crazy amounts of money. Like my friend and mentor Michelle inside of our community, she does millionaire mentoring inside of our community. So like you should probably join our community and learn from her. She's made $10 million, guys, in 3 years. And she's not done. She's not done. If she's made 10 million in 3 years, what's going to happen in the next 3 years? It's going to be crazy. And you get to learn from this person. So she does email marketing. Okay. Like right now, actually, she's launching this workshop, right? And she's sending emails to people about this workshop, which is like 29 bucks. But she has a huge email list. So you know how many people are going to join that workshop for 29 bucks? You know how much bank she's going to make from that? You understand, guys? This is the power. This is the power of digital marketing. This is the power of email marketing. That's my point. And this is what we teach you. So just go here, sevenfiguremonk.com, guys. Business in a box. So this is a done for you digital business. Yeah, for real. Yeah, wow, for real. Yeah. Michelle, who's made $10 million, I know her personally. Like I've been to her house. I met her whole family. Okay. Wow, I got a lot of fake accounts jumping on here today. Okay. So I've been to her house personally, guys. Like I've met her family, right? Like I know her. Okay. So she's just a normal person, but she's doing things that you're not doing. See, why are some people wealthy and some people are not wealthy? Because some people are doing things that you're just not doing. Are you doing email marketing? Are you doing digital marketing? Are you promoting any kind of offer? No, probably not. That's why you're not wealthy, right? Like either you're working for somebody, like you're working for somebody else, which makes you an employee, okay? Which means you're building someone else's business. Think about your job right now. Like what business, whose business are you building? Like what do they do? Like what are they're selling something, right? They're selling some kind of product, some kind of opportunity, some kind of service, and you're working for them and you're building your business, their business. But I'm teaching you how to become an entrepreneur. So instead of working for somebody else, you work for yourself, okay? You make your own money. You become wealthy. That's for people if you want to be wealthy. Maybe you don't want to be wealthy, but why wouldn't you? It's actually selfish, guys, to not want to be wealthy. It's actually selfish because you're not helping yourself and you're not helping anybody around you. Because the more money you have, the more good you can do. Maybe you're like, well, I don't care about being rich. Like, I don't care about fancy cars. I don't care about fancy houses. I don't care about traveling the world. Well, why don't you want to travel the world? That's weird. But anyway, some people don't like to travel. But if you had a bunch of money, you can solve like so many problems. Like, there's a lot of people that are hungry. They could use some food. There's a lot of charities you can give that money to. Okay, that's why it's kind of selfish to not want to be wealthy because you're not able to like because the more money you have, the more people you can help. So yeah, I'm just saying it's actually selfish to not want to be wealthy, guys. Look at Warren Buffett. Do you know who he is? He's like a billionaire investor. And guess what? This guy gives away like apparently like you can look it up. I looked it up online. This guy gives away like 99% of his income. Okay. Right? He's super wealthy, guys. But he gives away 99% of his income. He's lived in the same house. Dude, how many fake accounts are you going to create? Like get a life, man. Like get a life. Okay. So this guy, like Warren Buffett, he's made billions of dollars. He gives away like 99% of his income. Okay. And he lives in like the same house his whole life. Simple house. He could live anywhere, guys. He could have huge mansions. He could have everything. He lives in the same house. He drives like the same style car. He buys like the same car every 10 years. Because I've done research. Because I think I like to see like what the wealthy people do because it's just interesting. And he gives away 99% of his income, guys. So you can be wealthy. Like maybe you don't care about maybe like that's why I'm saying it's selfish to not become wealthy. It's actually selfish, guys. Because the more money you have, the more good you can do, right? For yourself, your family, and everybody around you. Okay. That's why my number one mission right now, this guy, man, all these fake accounts coming on today. It's funny to me though. They need to get a life, like honestly. If they use that same energy to learn how to create wealth for themselves, they could be doing some good, or just or do a hobby or something. Like learn a musical instrument or something. I play like 7 musical instruments. Okay, I don't just do business. I love travel, I love business, and I love music. These are my 3 loves. Okay. I play like 7 musical instruments, guys, because I was a Hare Krishna monk. And Hare Krishna monks, okay, they play a lot of music. So I learned all these like Indian music, like instruments. Okay. Plus I play guitar. Plus I can play a little piano. I'm like right now I'm learning harmonica. I'm gonna learn bass, which will be really easy for me. I'm not like trying to show off, but like it'll be really easy for me because I play guitar. Okay. So my point is get a freaking hobby. Like going online and trying to hate on people and troll on people, that's not a good hobby. That's not helping you, it's not helping anybody else. Like don't do that. All you trolls out there, all you haters, just get a life for yourself. I say that out of kindness because you're not helping yourself. You think you're not hurting me. Your hate can't hurt me. You're not going to bring me down, but it's not right though. Like you want to go online to like intentionally hurt people, that's sick. You're a bully. It's gross. And the internet, you know what's going to happen? The universe is just going to smack you down. It's just going to smack you down. It's not good for you. You're just going to get smacked down eventually. Like the universe is aware of what you're doing. You can't get away with like you got to live a pure life, my friends. See, God wants you to be wealthy. The universe wants you to be wealthy, but the universe doesn't want you to be like a hedonist. Okay. The universe doesn't want you to act like a fool. Like God doesn't want you to act like a fool, right? He wants you to be wealthy, but he wants you to like live a nice life, right? This is deep stuff, guys. Deep stuff. I mean, it is. Okay. But abundance is your birthright. But you don't want to live like a freaking animal. Like you want to travel the world. You want to enjoy nice things. You got to have a little balance. You don't want to like be a total hedonist. I mean, you can, it's your life, but I wouldn't recommend it. Like, I don't want to be wealthy, just be a hedonist. All right. A little off topic, but just go here, guys. Sevenfiguremonk.com. Check it out. Business in a box, guys. All you need is Wi-Fi. You just need your phone. You just need 2 hours a day. You just got to set up your business one time. And then once your business is set up, you just got to post content on social media. That's it. It's called attraction marketing, guys. Attraction marketing. You post content, you go live like me. If you're not afraid, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Where like phrase, this fear is just going to keep you stuck, man. Fear is going to keep you stuck. It's not going to help you grow. You got to get outside of the comfort zone. Is it comfortable going live all the time? No. You're putting yourself out there, but it's okay. See, I like haters because the more haters I have, it means the more progress I'm making. Some people are like, oh man, I don't like haters. They're so mean. I like them because if I get more haters, that means I'm becoming more powerful. And I like that. I like that. I used to like, when I was growing up, I was very sensitive. I'm a sensitive guy, right? Like I'm a Pisces. Okay. I'm a sensitive person. So the haters used to bother me. And I was like, man, why are you so mean? But now I love it because it just means I'm becoming more powerful. So I love it. He's here. Thompson is here. What's up? What's up? Hi there. Where you guys from? I'm from Michigan, born and raised. Drop it in the comments. Michigan, born and raised, guys. I'm from Michigan. I used to be a Marine. I used to be a monk, and I'm a musician. That's a lot of M's. And I like money, and I like manifestation. That's a lot of M's, guys. Okay. M, right? New Hampshire. Nice, nice, nice. So, guys, with this business, all you need is Wi-Fi. You just need your phone. You just need 2 hours a day. You just got to set up your business one time. And you can earn $600, $900, and $1,400 commissions over and over again, guys. Over and over again. There's no limit to how many commissions you can get. It's commissions, which means you got to put in effort. This is not a get rich quick. This is not a get rich quick. This is not a get rich doing nothing. Disclaimer. You actually have to put in effort, like everything. Okay, you got to put in some effort, but not a lot. Just 1 to 2 hours a day around your schedule. And then you're just building your email list. Okay. And then once people are inside of your email automations, they can buy from you at any time. Do you know of any websites to create your own website? There's so many. Use Google. Google is your friend. Google is your friend. Okay. I use system.io. Okay. So I create like my whole business is run by system.io. It's like an all-in-one system. Okay. So you can create funnels, you can create websites, you can have an email marketing system, right? And it's free. It's free. You don't even have to pay any money for it. It's free. The only time you have to pay money for it is when you have if you want to like do a lot. If you want to create a bunch of websites or if you have a big email list, then you have to pay money, like monthly fees. But like you don't have to pay any monthly fees with that until you have, whatever. Like you can build your business for free. My friend and mentor, Michelle, she made 6 figures with zero monthly expenses, guys. 6 figures, zero monthly expenses. With this business, you don't have any monthly expenses, right? The only time you have monthly expenses is if you really build your email list. But if you have a really big email list, you're not going to care about spending what, like $20 a month, $30 a month, $40 a month. You're not going to care about that. See, you guys already have monthly expenses, right? You already have a job. A job is a monthly expense. You're paying to go to work. Okay. You are paying to go to work. Like, in America, for example, almost finished with what? Like in America, guys, people spend $400 to $600 a month just to go to their job on gas. 400 to $600 a month, guys, just to spend on gas to go to their job. So jobs have monthly expenses. Your job probably has more monthly expenses than my business because my business has very little monthly expenses. Since I have like a lot of pages in my system, I upgraded to like a monthly fee of like nothing. It's like $40 or something. That's my monthly expense for my business, like $40. But like when you're brand new, you don't have to have any monthly expenses at all for your business, right? You don't have to have any monthly expenses, all right? So just go here, sevenfiguremonk.com, check it out. Business in a box. Christina, I don't know what happened to you, but I didn't see you. Hold on one second. Let me check something. All right. Do. Okay. Yeah. All right, my friends. Let me know if you have any questions about this. Business in a box. Nobody's here. Bueller. Yeah. So digital marketing, guys. It's been around since 1978. And then in the 90s, like in the 90s, then that's when like the internet went public. And then it started off with like then there was the first clickable ad. I think it was in 1994 or something. You know, they like those little clickable ads, which I think are really annoying. Like if you go to websites, you can see like ad. Why are those there? Why are those there? Because every time you like, because people get like, if you go to like, there's certain websites, guys. Like, if a website gets a lot of traffic, then what happens is like companies pay to put ads on people's websites. That's why you get all these annoying ads everywhere you go. I think it's super annoying, actually. I think it's annoying, but like that started in the 90s, guys. Okay, and then and then they started learning more about. And then Google was launched in like 1998 or something, and then email marketing became bigger and bigger. Okay, and then social media started in like the early 2000s. Okay, and so digital marketing, online sales, that's all this is. This is just online marketing. This is just digital marketing. You're just selling things online, right? That's all you're doing here. You're selling things online. It's been happening since the beginning of the internet. Okay, the smart people. See, like the common people that aren't aware about like business and marketing and sales, they weren't even aware of what was going on. They weren't even aware. They weren't like, there was like, what is going on? There's internet, there's social media, and they're like, oh, this is just like we can talk to each other, we can watch videos, we can entertain ourselves. That's what the common people do. They use social media to just entertain themselves. But like the people that are wealthy and understand sales and marketing, they were using as soon as like the internet became live, they started selling things and they started getting wealthy, guys. That's the difference. Like if you want to get wealthy, you got to sell something. You got to learn sales, you got to learn marketing, you got to learn mindset. That's all I study. I just study sales, I study marketing, I study mindset. That's all I study, pretty much. Plus I do like, music and stuff. Like I'm a musician, so I study music, I study sales, I study marketing, I study mindset. That's where I focus my attention. Okay. But like the two most like when it comes to making money, the most important skills are sales and marketing and mindset. Those are the most important things you can learn. Those are the most important things. So just go here, sevenfiguremonk.com. Okay. Sevenfiguremonk.com, guys, business in a box. Check it out. All right. I'm going to go, my friends. So have a good day and God bless.